What are some good tips anyone can do to enhance their focus or their performance before they begin any like big supplementation or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a super helpful question for a few reasons. I mean, first, it's important to understand why your brain performance is so important. I mean, think about every single thing that you do, from your work, your relationships, everything in your life. And the key fundamental thing behind all of that is how well your brain's performing. If your brain performance 10% better, you'll probably get maybe 10% or more out of your life. If you're focused on making money, if you're focused on specific goals, you're going to attain those faster, you're going to make more money. So when it comes to improving your brain performance, a lot of people like to jump at, what pill can I take to make my brain better? And I mean, supplements and nootropics, I love them. They're interesting. But the first steps are the kind of boring fundamentals. And what I mean is like sleep, diet, exercise. If you exercise every day, there's research on exercise that shows it increases hormones and neurotransmitters in your brain that instantly improve your focus, attention, your ability to learn, things like this. Sleep, similarly. If you sleep well every night, your ability to perform the next day increases up exponentially. Your memory is literally stored at night, so your ability to learn is completely degraded if you're not getting enough sleep. And then I love diet, because diet is kind of like, a lot of these people will, and I see this a lot in esports gaming too, but this is very much true for everyone. A lot of people spend so much time trying to optimize their focus and attention and energy and drink 12 cups of coffee a day. And then it's like they're putting down the gas pedal at the same time that they're eating crap, which is like holding down the gas pedal and then slamming on the brakes at the same time. And they're confused why they're not going anywhere. They're shoving like sugar and fried foods into their mouth, and it's immediately just dropping their attention span, dropping their focus. So I would say the tips that I usually give like esports athletes, and I give to just about anyone who wants to improve their brain, is just try to sleep 30 minutes longer. Don't eat before sleeping. That's a huge one. Cut out the two things with diet are like sugar and vegetable oil. Vegetable oil is in a lot of crap and everything that's fried. You cut those two things out, your brain performance is going to be a lot more optimal. And then for working out, you don't have to get too crazy. Just try to throw in at least, if you can do at least 20, 30 minutes of cardio every day, it's a huge factor for improving neurotransmitters like BDNF, which, a bit too nerdy, but it's huge for improving your memory and your ability to learn. The other thing I would add on to that is what to do after that, which is also kind of fun. So you have, your core fundamentals of your lifestyle. Those you can probably double your brain power by just mastering these things: your sleep, diet, exercise, environment. The next step is supplements, which can add maybe an extra like 20% brain power on there. Like, they can be helpful if you get the right supplements. There's another level that I would say is coming up and becoming more popular these days, which is actually brain tech. And I'd recommend people look into it because it's interesting. So you have things like neurofeedback training, which is you strap something onto your head and it trains your focus. Or other things like transcranial direct current stimulation. It's a lot of interesting research on how you can use technology, put a low current of stimulation over certain areas of your brain, and it might be able to increase your focus or increase your ability to learn. And I think these are areas that if anyone's is interested or even close to as interested about improving their brain performance, they're worth looking into. Start with the basics, kind of work your way up to supplements, and then check out brain tech. It's pretty interesting.
Awesome. Well, so in life, as always, the foundation is sleep, diet, and exercise. What do you do? What do you do yourself to optimize those three things?
Oh man, I mean, I feel like my journey with these has come a long way. I feel like every year I figure one small tweak out that completely changes everything. So for me, sleep was a huge one. I used to get 8 hours of sleep. I still get 8 hours of sleep, but I thought that was enough. Turns out quantity isn't everything. The quality of your sleep is a huge factor. So I would used to like intermittent fast, but I'd binge eat at night. So I would eat a ton of food really close to bed. Eventually I found out that that's not helpful for your sleep. Your sleep quality is completely degraded by that. And so I stopped eating anywhere close to bed, 4 hour gap before bed every day. That's a huge one for me. Making sure that you sleep with, if you can sleep in a really dark room, try to make it relatively cold, put AC on to 18 degrees. In terms of food, for me, the biggest thing is just cutting out the crap. I mean, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You just cut out the sugar, cut out the fried food. For me, I do intermittent fast because I like that, and I'm very much sensitive to carbs. So low carb as much as I can. As soon as I eat like a bowl of rice, my brain performance is just completely degraded. So
You're living in Asia.
I'm living in Asia. This is really hard. This is hard. Every day, I think my girlfriend orders something with rice, and she wants me to eat it, but you're telling her no. I like all day. I'm like, I don't eat for the morning. Then when I eat lunch, it's like almonds and nuts, like just like something that's just very like low carb. And then usually, if I'm at the end of the day and I'm like done my work, I'm like, all right, I'll indulge a little bit, eat something with some rice.
Great tips, man. So you're doing low carb, eating healthy, you're getting your 8 hours, and you're making sure you're getting quality sleep with, a
Yeah.
dark room. You're, blocking out noise, and making sure you're getting that REM sleep and what's not. And for your exercise?
Yeah, so exercise is I don't do anything too intense. I think if someone wants to get really intense with exercise, the problem with it is you need a lot more sleep to recover from it, and you're going to be a lot more sore in the day. So my focus on fitness is very much what is the maximum amount I can do every day before I get sore. So I do probably about 20-30 minutes of cardio every day, and then weightlifting is, again, it's only like 20 minutes of weightlifting. So I'm not going for muscle mass. I'm not going for being, the best looking guy on the beach, but I'm very much focused on just being the most healthy I can be and improve my brain performance. So every morning, wake up, do some cardio, do some weightlifting, get into my day. And that's kind of my cup of coffee these days. It's just getting that exercise in the morning.